Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, and this is your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we're here live at the World Trade Center in Seattle. I'm here with Jim Makoso, founder of Lucid Oils. Jim is a cannabis extraction processing professional in the cannabis industry. In January 2015, he co-founded Lucid Lab Group, a cannabis extraction technology company based in Seattle. Jim's vision was to create a scientific approach to cannabis essential oil processing by utilizing customized capital equipment in combination with proven scientific processes. By taking a quality-centric approach, Jim has created a company culture known throughout the industry for quality in product and process. Prior to co-founding Lucid, Jim engaged Vuber Technologies as an angel investor in January of 2014. He joined the business management team, where he held the position of vice president responsible for strategic partnerships and business development until October of 2015. He remained on the board of directors until December of 2016, and by spearheading a business model focused on product development while maintaining a customer-first approach, Vuber has become a leading vaporizer company with strong partnerships that include manufacturers, cultivators, processors, and retailers throughout the U.S. Prior to his involvement in the cannabis industry, Jim was a finance professional in New York for 6 years. He holds an economics degree from Stony Brook University with a focus in business finance. Jim, thanks for being on board.
Thanks for having me.
And last question, is there some opinion, thought, belief that you held, 18 months ago or 2 years ago, where you no longer have that belief? Something relatively, recent in the last couple of years where you had a really strong belief. Like, for example, I had made the comment that brands don't exist in the cannabis industry 2 years ago. When you're asking about the highest THC at the lowest price, you're not asking for a brand. But when people tell you, oh, Fat Panda, you're going to go back and ask for that Fat Panda pre-roll, not because it meets your needs, it meets your financial budget. And so I believe that now with some products failing, we've had 5 infused joints and 5 regular joints fail for mold. We've had Eagle 20 and herbicide in cartridges. We've had all these issues. And so it's kind of changed my mind that branding is becoming more important because of the quality, because of the consistency. And so 2 years ago, I didn't think branding mattered, and now I do. Is there something that you felt or believed in, maybe 2 years ago that you've changed your mind?
Where I've changed my mind. Yeah, in a sense. So I used to joke when we first started doing this, first with Vuber 5 years ago, and then with Lucid 4 years ago, which, I would always make the joke, like, we're in the compliance and education business, and as a byproduct, we get to sell weed because people are dumb in general. And I don't mean, consumers. I mean all people. There are people in this industry that we have to re-educate about extraction specifically. There are people with huge businesses, have no idea how the plant operates and what's in there and what we should be getting out of it. And you will continue to see that. I assume by now, generally, because the U.S. is a big country and because Canada made things federally legal a couple years ago, that that enough dominoes would have fallen by now, going into 2020, right? That it would be less likely when I traveled that I would have to educate people so much about what's going on and specifically, extraction. And it's because the information's available. We live in the age of information. You can go online right now and find out about almost anything, down to the scientific level where you can pull up white papers for free and get educated. I guess what I probably didn't take into account is that people are lazy, and that doesn't matter how much information's out there, there's way more distractions. And at the end of the day, the average consumer, the average business owner, they want to be educated on average, but not to the point where it makes them have to go outside their comfort zone or work harder than they really want to. Now, there is a small microcosm, I would say a very small majority or a very small minority of people in the cannabis industry in general that want to know everything and are trying their best to always be knowledgeable about what's going on. And, some people better than others. I wouldn't say I'm the most knowledgeable. I would say in my network, I have the capability to know everything that's going on within my network. So I keep some of the really smart people real close, and we have our groups and we have our meetings and we have our conversations about what's really happening. But I was wrong. People need to be informed, and it's our job, and you're doing a great job of it, and I try to do the best I can, to always be patient and educate people, from the consumer out in Bosnia, where I had my vape and he had his cigarette vape, and I was explaining to him that I had CBD in my vape, and how that was possible, all the way to, CEOs at huge companies in the cannabis space that still need to be educated on exactly what extraction is and why terpene extraction might be important, or why, building specific components in a manufacturing plant, even though he doesn't think it's necessary now, might be important for the future of her business. Those types of things I didn't think I would need to do, but, more and more I'm realizing, if you want to be an industry leader, part of what you need to be comfortable doing, and part of what you should take as a requirement, is that you will always have to educate people about what's going on, what's been done, what's happening now, and probably what's going to be happening in the future. And I didn't think that was going to be the case, and I was mistaken.
People need your SOPs, so how can they get a hold of you?
Well, you can reach me on my website. It's lucidoils.com. You can reach me via email, Jimmy, Jimmy, at lucidoils.com. And those are the best ways to reach me. You can also call my office, my main office in Seattle. And that office number is 206-588-0691. Just keep calling. Somebody will pick up. We're pretty busy. Oh, one more. You can catch us on the gram at Lucid Oils and at Lucid Lab Group. Catch us on the gram.
Definitely one of the top 3 in the industry worldwide. Get a hold of them if you can. So with that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is the Talking Hedge. I want to thank my guest, Jim Makoso with Lucid Oils. Check him out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.